Hello, my dear students. Today I am here with you to teach you the lesson, the second part of the lesson, a letter to God. Then, do you remember the first part of the story? Then, the story, A Letter to God, is written by G.L. Fuentes. He was a Mexican novelist. Through this story, he tried to depict the insurmountable and unwavering faith of a poor farmer. Then, who was the protagonist in the story? Lenjo was the protagonist in the story. Then in the beginning of the story, then we have seen that he was expecting a strong good harvest. But a hailstorm destroyed his harvest. Then he becomes sad. That we have seen yesterday. Then all of you take your test. Literature reader, page number 5. Shall we begin? But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. That is what they say, no one dies of hunger. Then Lenjo had a strong belief in God. He strongly believed that he and his family strongly believed that God will definitely help them. Then Lenjo had a strong belief in God. He and his family strongly believed that God will definitely help him. Although the night Lenjo thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lenjo was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday, the daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mill. It was nothing less than a letter to God. Then in the second part, then Lenjo had a strong belief in God. He strongly believed that he and his family strongly believed that God will definitely help him. So that night he did not sleep. Then he decided to compose a letter to God. He decided to write a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry. This year, I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes because the hailstorm. Then he decided to compose a letter. He composed a letter to God. Then what he had written in his letter? Then if you don't help me, me and my family will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow, in order to work in my field again. Then Lenjo composed a letter to God. What he had written in his letter, then if you don't help me, me and my family definitely will go hungry. I need 100 pesos. What do you mean by pesos? Peso is the currency of several Latin American countries. Then I need 100 pesos in order to work in my field again. He wrote to God on the envelope. Then he wrote a letter. Then on the letter he wrote to God. Put the letter inside and still troubled. Went to town at the post office. He placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. He went to the post office, placed a stamp on the letter and put it in the mailbox. One of the employees who was a postman and also helped at the post office. Then one of the employees, a postman, helped him to do all this. Went to his boss laughingly, hurriedly and showed him the letter to God. Then one of the postmen also noticed him. He went to the postmaster and explained everything to him. Lenjo had written a letter to God. Then never in his career as a postman had he known that address. As a postman he had never seen such an address. Never in his service he had seen such an address. Then what is the address? To God. The postmaster, a fat, amiable. What do you mean by amiable? Amiable means friendly. A fat, amiable fellow also broke out laughing. But almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk, commented, what faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting up a correspondence with God. Then the postmaster was an amiable man, friendly man. He did not want to shake Lenjo's faith in God. He did not want to shake Lenjo's faith in God. So he decided to reply him. So he decided to reply the letter. So in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came with an idea. Answer the letter. The postmaster decided to answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill. When he opened the letter, he read the letter, then he understood that then kindness is not enough to reply that letter. Kindness, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary. Then so he collected money from the post office employees and he himself gave the part of his salary. And several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. Then it was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos. So he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. Then he decided to reply the letter. Then he collected money from his employees and he also gave a part of his salary. Then he collected, Lenjo had written, Lenjo asked to got 100 pesos, but he had collected only more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenjo and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature of God. Then he put the money in an envelope. Then he put the signature of God. Then here what we have seen, the Lenjo had a strong faith in God. Then he strongly believed that God will definitely help him. So he composed the letter to God. Then he went to the post office with the help of one of the postmasters. He put the letter inside the mailbox. Then the postman informed this to the postmaster. The postmaster decided to reply the letter. Then he collected money. He understood that after reading the letter, he understood that kindness and ink and pen is not enough to reply the letter. So he decided to collect the money from his employees and he also gave a part of his salary. Thus he decided to reply him. Then he collected money. Lenjo asked 100 pesos, but he collected only more than half he already asked. The following Sunday, Lenjo came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. The next Sunday, again Lenjo went to the post office to check whether he has any letter from God. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. The following Sunday, Lenjo went to the post office to check whether he has any letter. The postman handed over the letter to Lenjo. Then during that time, the postmaster was watching all these things. Then here one word is here, contentment. What do you mean by contentment? Contentment means satisfaction. Lenjo showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Then he got a letter, then he opened the letter, he got the money. But he did not show any astonishment. Such was his confidence. Then he had a strong belief in God, so he did not show any astonishment. But he became angry when he counted the money. But when he opened the money, he became angry. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lenjo what he had requested. Then he became so angry when he opened the letter. Why? Then he asked God 100 pesos. Here he got only more than half. That means Lenjo had a strong faith in God. Then immediately Lenjo went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. Again he went to the window of the post office. Then he asked for pen and paper. On the public writing table, he started to write. Again, he decided to compose a letter to God. With much wrinkling of his brow, that means with much disappointment, with much wrinkling of his brow caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp which he lit and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. Then again he wrote a letter to God, then put the letter inside the mailbox. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. Then when suddenly the postmaster, he was so curious what he had written in the letter. So suddenly he went to the mailbox and took the letter. The postmaster went to open it. It said, God, how the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos, reached me. Then what he had written in his letter, the money I asked only 100 pesos, but I got only 70 pesos. Send me the rest. Please send me the rest. Since I need it very much. I need it. Then if you are not ready to help me and my family will definitely go hungry. So I need the rest very much. But don't send it to me through the mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lenjo. Then what Lenjo had written in his letter? Lenjo had written in his letter, then I got only 7 pesos. Then I need it very much. Otherwise, I and my family will definitely go hungry. Then when you send the money, don't send through the mail. The post office employees are bunch of crooks. Then here we can see an irony in the story. Then actually the postmaster collected money from other employees and sent the money to Lenjo. But Lenjo thought that the post office employees have stolen the money. Lenjo thought that the post office employees have stolen the money. Then in the second part what we have seen, then Lenjo had a strong faith in God. Then he strongly believed that the God will definitely help him. So he composed a letter. Then what he had written in his letter? Then now I need 100 pesos. Otherwise, me and my family definitely will go hungry. Then he went to the post office and put the letter in the mailbox. The postman took the letter and showed the letter to the postmaster. The postmaster was an amiable man, friendly and pleasant man. He decided to reply the letter. Then after reading the letter, he understood that kindness is not enough to reply that letter. So he decided to collect money from his employees, and he also gave a part of his salary. Then he decided to reply the letter. Then he put the money in the envelope and he put the signature of God. The next Sunday, the Lenjo came to post office to check whether he had any letter from God. The postman gave the letter to Lenjo. Lenjo opened it. Then after opened the letter, he became so angry. Then he got only 70 pesos. Actually, he had requested 100 pesos. Then again, he became with much disappointment, he wrote another letter to God. What he had written in his second letter? Then I got only 70 pesos. I need it urgent. Then otherwise, me and my family will definitely go hungry. Then while sending money, don't send through mail. The post office employees are bunch of crooks. The post office employees are bunch of crooks. What Lenjo had written in his letter? The post office employees are bunch of crooks. Then in the beginning I told you that then the conflict in this story we have seen that there is a conflict between human and nature and the conflict between humans themselves. In the beginning of the story I told you that in this story we can see there is a conflict between human and nature and the conflict between human themselves. Then can you say what is the conflict between human and nature? Then in the beginning Lenjo was expecting a rain, but a strong hailstorm destroyed everything. Then in that point we can see that conflict between human and nature. Then what do you mean by conflict between humans themselves? Then what do you mean by the conflict between humans themselves? Then Lenjo blamed the post office employees for taking the money, but in reality the post office employees sent him money. This shows that man does not trust his fellow men. Then that is the conflict between humans themselves. Then what is the conflict between humans themselves? Then Lenjo blamed the post office employees for taking the money. Then this shows that man does not trust his fellow men. Then after through this story, then what we understand after reading the story, what we understand, that means what is the moral of the story? Through this story we learn that extreme faith in Almighty can give you a ray of hope even in the darkest times. Then what is the moral of the story? Extreme faith in Almighty can give you a ray of hope even in the darkest time. Listen once more. What is the moral of the story? Extreme faith in Almighty can give you a ray of hope even in the darkest times. Listen, what is the moral of the story? Extreme faith in the Almighty can give you a ray of hope even in the darkest times. Then all the students should read the lesson, then by heart the question answer which I have given. Then I will send you the assignment through WhatsApp. Thank you all.